Hello, welcome back. Today's another day in the life of my legacy channel. I want to start this video out with just saying I have I really don't know what I'm doing. I had all these ideas on what I wanted to do with this channel, but my mind is always all over the place, and I tried to create in a way to where everything is kind of chronological in an order, but that's just the way my mind works. I'm not going to do that today. Today, something else is on my mind. The other day, I had one of my children, I believe it was little Riley, came up to me and asked me, Dad, where do you work? What do you do? And it made me think long and hard about what I do. See, years ago, when we first got the kids, we were working, but they were too little to remember anything. This video right here is going to lead into another video that is going to be help you all kind of understand what we're going through and what we've been through. My wife will probably be in that video because, like I've said 100 times, I'm just a guy with a camera. I got a lot on my mind and no one to share it with. So, but yeah, he asked me where I work. I didn't know how to tell him. So for the last 9 years, I haven't worked. I have zero income. I just recently got some kind of insurance, Medicaid, because of my heart attack. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had it because I never go to the hospital, never go to the doctor. I don't always feel a need for it. But I had to explain to this little boy what I do for a job. And I told him I don't have a job. What I do is much more than just work and a job. What I do for the 16 hours a day, I guess it would be taking care of all my kids and taking care of my wife. See, for the last 9 years, I've been a caregiver for my wife and for my children. I don't know how else to put it, what my job titles would be, or it's not really a job if I'm doing it for the right reasons. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if Riley or Bella or any of the other children will watch this when they get older, which I'm hoping, sometimes we have to give up what we worked so hard to accomplish. So I guess what happened was, which I don't want to really go into in this video because it'll come later. But it was one of those life-altering events that decided to choose. Not really a choice. It was pretty easy. Do I continue to go to work and stay with a job that I just really hate. I mean, I did my job to the best of my ability, granted, but was it something I really enjoyed? Not really. By the way, for anyone new that's joining in on this little journey of mine with this legacy channel, my name is Alan. It's nice to have you here. And for any of you that are return to see what I'm posting next, welcome back. Um, yeah, so I had to tell him I don't do anything for a job. I don't make any money. I don't need anything. Um, if I was just myself, if it was just me, I could live on hardly anything because I don't really need anything. But as for the rest of the family, the home is paid off. The car, we just had to get another car because it's bigger, so we can fit all the kids in there and try to get everybody to go down to the creek or a swimming hole or go to the store and stuff together. We needed something that was roomy enough for all of us. But what do I do? This is interesting. I got to try to figure out how to discuss this. I guess you could say it's early retirement. Um, I 9 years ago, so I was like 53 when everything in our lives changed, and it was a no-brainer. I just decided this is what needs to be done, and I chose to be a stay-at-home father and husband and take care of my wife and my children. All my children are on some sort of spectrum. One's at one end of the spectrum. My daughter, Hunter's at one end, real quiet and everything else. And my daughter, she's at the other end where she's more outgoing, very outgoing, very talkative. And little Riley, he keeps quiet unless it's something that really strikes his, I guess, what really strikes his fancy, and really gets under his skin and he wants to delve into it a lot. Then he gets really technical and everything. For his age, just turning 10, he's come a long way. But with everybody has their own needs. My wife has her own needs. My children have their own needs. And on top of that, we've been raising another grandson. And he just graduated this year. And he has a job. He loves welding. And he just turned 18. So he's trying to get his footing out, his feet planted firmly underneath of him, and figure out what it is he wants to do with life. But as for myself, now I've been down. In a previous video, I talked about a heart attack. That has kept me down a lot. But for my own sanity, I had a hobby for about 8 years. No, it would be about almost a decade, metal detecting. That way I could get outside, clear my head, get my exercise that I needed, and maybe uncover a little bit of history along the way. I'm really fascinated with walking in somebody else's footsteps and finding something that maybe they lost along the way. That's another topic altogether. But once I discussed with my kids what it is that I do for a living, they're more understanding. And it surprised me in this day and age that they are as understanding as they are. Um, the important thing is we had a doctor that we took the kids to, and he said it best. He said, in this day and age, it's rare to see a married couple raising their children and grandchildren and still being together and still being married. And then with everything else that we've went through, they're surprised that we're still together the way we are. Statistics, I don't care about statistics all that much. But we try. We do the best we can with what we have. And I doubt I'll ever return to the workforce because, well, to be honest, my wife needs my full attention here at home. And we'll get into that later. I think we started to. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, anyway, this is it. It's been about 5 days since I posted my last video about the grandchildren, being grandparents and then turning into parents again. But I have a lot on my mind, a lot of things I'd like to share. And in the future videos, I'm still learning. This is all new. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know how to start these out. You know, somebody told me to start watching videos on what to do and what not to do. That was about as chaotic. That was just, I could not figure out for the life of me. These guys on these videos are talking so fast that I could not comprehend what they were saying. I would have to put it in rewind more times than I care to. And do this and don't do this. And then you don't want to do that. I don't care what you want to do or what I'm not selling anything to anybody. I don't have merchandise, and I'm not trying to say that I'm better at this than I am at that. I'm just a man. I'm just a guy with a camera with a lot on my mind, like I said. And then the video is coming. I'm going to try to have advice for my kids, and I hope they watch in the future. And for anyone else that needs inspiration to start a channel or a video legacy like I am trying to create, I hope I can inspire others. And I don't know. Let me ask you a question. What is what I'm doing working? Is what I'm doing, does it reach out? Does it reach out to anybody? And resonate with anyone that is too afraid to even speak or make a video or anything else? Because I'm telling you, if I can do this, anybody can. I mean, come on. Trying something new, They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I'm still learning. I'm learning every day. Um, but yeah, I'm not quite sure how to go about making a YouTube channel. I'm just giving it my best shot. Um, I don't know. They tell me to have different, a beginning, a hook. I don't know. Well, I don't want to sell somebody on a hook just to get them to watch my videos. This is this is designed for me as an outlet to where maybe I can help my kids in the future, my future kids, or anyone else that needs, inspiration and say, hey, it's okay. I mean, I've been a bundle of nerves and I'm still learning that I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. That's what life is. We all make mistakes. We have to learn from them. We have to grow. Because if you don't move forward, then what good is it, right? You got to keep moving, always. So we started this video out with it being a topic about what's my job? What do I do for an income? I don't have an income. Um, I just take care of my family. And I try to be there for everyone. I try to listen to everybody. I'm not perfect, far from perfect. I've got some problems that I have to work out along the way myself. And at 62, I'm pretty set in my ways, stubborn, I guess. Um, I'm not going to pretend to be this perfect YouTube figure. Um, I cuss a lot. I get angry really easy. Um, I told my wife, I said, if there was a little mechanism that I could put in the back of my brain or in the back of my head, and just flip that switch to turn it all off, I would. But I have no idea where all this anger comes from. We'll get in that maybe in another video. I don't know. When you tell me what you think, I'd like to hear some of your opinions on how I'm making these videos. I'm just doing the best I can. Maybe I can reach out to others, and maybe this helps me in the long run. See, I used to write all the time. When I had problems, when I had issues that I was dealing with, I write, and I loved writing. That was my outlet. But now I'm trying something new. So stick around, and maybe I'll make some future videos. And if you like, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe so you can stick around and follow along on these journeys that I'm on, that my family is on, and that maybe we can reach out to one of you, even one person, that would let me know that I'm doing okay. So hit that like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment or two if you feel like you want to reach out to me. I'd appreciate it. But for now, that's the best I've got. Just a little something that's been on my mind today. This morning I went out bright and early and did some lawn work and did some mowing and weed and things that had to be done. Fed all my Hummingbirds, they're going through my feeders like crazy. But anyway, let me get off here so I don't keep rattling on. Stay safe. Have a wonderful day. Keep smiling. It's all we can do. I will talk to you on the next one. Thanks.